Good morning, dear students. Let us begin our science class. We are learning about changes in our environment. Today, we are going to study global warming. But before we start global warming, let us understand few words associated with global warming. Weather. Weather refers to atmospheric conditions that occur locally over short periods of time from minutes to hours or days. Examples of weather include rain, snow, clouds, winds, floods, or thunderstorms. Climate is the another word associated with global warming. Climate refers to long-term regional or even global average of temperature, humidity, and rainfall patterns over seasons, years, or decades. So we understood climate and weather. Now the another component which affects global warming is greenhouse effect, a natural process. Children, greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the earth and this is needed. When the sun's energy reaches the earth's atmosphere, some of it reflected back to space and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and the surface of the earth. It keeps the earth warm enough for us to live and grow food crops and other plants. Crops and other plants grow better in the presence of higher carbon dioxide levels and seem to be more drought tolerant. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and the surface of the earth. This process maintains the earth's temperature at around 33 degrees Celsius, warmer than it would otherwise be, allowing life on earth to exist. Otherwise, what would have happened if there would have not any greenhouse effect? The temperature of earth would be minus 18 degrees Celsius, which will not be allowing any life to exist on earth. The greenhouse effect causes warming of the earth's atmosphere that is needed for the life to exist on earth. But what happens when things are in excess? Ati sarvatra varjayet means excess or extreme or too much of anything or rather everything is bad or poison or harmful. So what we are supposed to do is excess should be avoided. Due to excess of greenhouse gases, the atmosphere traps and sends back more heat towards the earth. As I told you, greenhouse effect is needed, but in a moderate amount. Now, when this greenhouse gases increase in excess, then they trap more heat and they send more heat to the earth. The greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, hydrofluorocarbons, etc. trap more heat and warming the earth. This may result in rise in temperature on the earth. This rise in temperature of earth due to global greenhouse effect is called global warming. Global warming is gradual heating of earth's surface, oceans and atmosphere. Global warming is the long-term heating of earth's climate system observed since the pre-industrial period due to human activities, primarily fossil fuel burning, which increases heat trapping greenhouse gases level in earth's atmosphere. There is a drastic change and increase of greenhouse gases. In last 100 years, the average temperature on the earth has risen. Since the pre-industrial period, human activities are estimated to have increased Earth's global average temperature by about 1 degree Celsius. Currently, it is increasing 0.2 degree Celsius per decade. Means every 10 years, 0.2 degree Celsius of temperature of the earth is increasing due to this global warming. Now let us see the effects of global warming. What are the indicators that earth is getting global warming? Global land and ocean temperature increases. Rising sea levels, you can see the coastal region being submerged. Ice loss at Earth's pole and in mountain glaciers. And we had the natural disaster at Uttarakhand, the melting of glaciers. This is one of the disaster caused by global warming. Frequency and severity changes in extreme weather such as hurricanes, heat waves, wildlife, droughts, floods, precipitation, clouds and vegetation cover also changing. This is what we learnt about global warming. And you know, children, effect of global warming is expected to have far-reaching, long-lasting and devastating consequences for planet Earth. So what are we supposed to do is reduce the emission of greenhouse gases which are responsible for global warming. Now let us see the effect of global warming. When we summarize, what is that? Ice is melting faster than it can be replaced in Arctic or Antarctic region. Means the rate of melting of ice is faster than the rate of ice getting at Arctic or Antarctic region. So when ice is melting, what's happening? The oceans warming up, their water expanding their shores and causing sea levels to rise. Let us see some definitions of the words used in the module. Hurricanes is a tropical cyclone, rapidly rotating storm system characterized by a low pressure center called an eye, a closed low level atmospheric circulation, strong winds, and a spiral arrangement of thunderstorms that produce heavy rain. A heat wave or heat is a period of excessively hot weather which may be accompanied by high humidity, especially in oceanic climate countries. A wildfire is an uncontrolled fire that burns in the wildland vegetations. A drought is a period of time when an area or region experiences below normal precipitation, lack of rain, snow, and this causing a general water shortage. A flood is an overflow of water on normally dry ground. This is most commonly due to an overflowing river, a dam break, snowmelt, or heavy rainfall. Precipitation is any form of liquid or solid water particles that fall from the atmosphere and reach the surface of the earth. Cloud is an aerosol consisting of a visible mass of minute liquid droplets, frozen crystals, or other particles suspended in the atmosphere. Vegetation is defined as growing plants. All the plants in the rainforest are an example of vegetation. Today we learned about global warming. We'll be learning about the protection of our environment from pollution and global warming in our next module. Thank you, children.